Welcome back to SMK Entertainment. Imagine planning your dream trip, only to find out the place you wanted to visit is gone. From natural disasters to human destruction, history has witnessed the fall of some truly iconic tourist attractions. Here are 10 famous landmarks you can no longer visit, because they no longer exist. Understand the forces that led to their demise, and uncover the legacies they've left behind. These stories are not just about loss, but also about resilience, as communities and cultures strive to preserve their memories and rebuild their identities. So, join us on this captivating journey through time and space, as we pay tribute to the lost wonders that once graced our world. Stay tuned as we begin our voyage with the majestic Buddhas of Bamiyan, whose echoes still resonate through the annals of history. Welcome to a journey through time as we uncover the lost legacy of the Buddhas of Bamiyan. Nestled within the rugged cliffs of the Bamiyan Valley in Afghanistan, these monumental statues once stood as a testament to the region's rich cultural and religious heritage. Carved directly into the sandstone cliffs in the 6th century, the Buddhas of Bamiyan were among the largest standing Buddha carvings in the world. The taller of the two statues, known as the Sol, reached an impressive 55 meters, while its companion, the Shamama, stood at 38 meters. These colossal figures were more than mere statues, they were symbols of the flourishing Buddhist culture that thrived in the region for centuries. The Buddhas were adorned with intricate details and vibrant colors, reflecting the artistic mastery of the Gandhara civilization. They were surrounded by a network of monasteries, caves, and shrines, creating a spiritual hub that attracted pilgrims and scholars from across Asia. For over a millennium, the Buddhas of Bamiyan stood as silent guardians of the valley, witnessing the ebb and flow of empires and civilizations. However, their fate took a tragic turn in March 2001, when they were destroyed by the Taliban in an act that shocked the world and left a void in the cultural landscape of Afghanistan. Today, the empty niches where the Buddhas once stood serve as a poignant reminder of the fragility of our shared human heritage. Efforts to preserve and possibly reconstruct the site continue, as the world remembers the Buddhas of Bamiyan not only for their grandeur, but also for their enduring significance. Join us as we delve deeper into the lost wonders of our world, starting with the Buddhas of Bamiyan, whose echoes still resonate through the annals of history. Chapter 2. The Fall of the Berlin Wall. The Berlin Wall, an imposing concrete barrier that divided East and West Berlin for nearly 3 decades, was more than just a physical structure. It was a potent symbol of the Cold War and the ideological divide between communism and democracy. Erected overnight in August 1961 by the German Democratic Republic (GDR), the wall aimed to prevent East Germans from fleeing to the West. Its construction immediately separated families, friends, and communities, casting a long shadow over Berlin and the world. For 28 years, the Berlin Wall stood as a stark reminder of the political tensions that gripped the globe. Guarded by armed soldiers and fortified with barbed wire and watchtowers, it seemed unassailable. But beneath this facade of invincibility, cracks were beginning to form. Throughout the 1980s, a series of political and social changes swept across Eastern Europe. The Soviet Union, under the leadership of Mikhail Gorbachev, introduced policies of glasnost, openness, and perestroika, restructuring, which encouraged greater transparency and economic reform. The winds of change soon reached East Germany. Protests demanding freedom and democracy grew in intensity and frequency. On November 9, 1989, a fateful blunder by a government spokesperson led to an unexpected announcement. The border checkpoints would be opened. Thousands of East Berliners surged to the wall, overwhelming the guards and crossing into West Berlin. The scenes of joyous reunions and emotional celebrations were broadcast around the world, marking the end of an era. The fall of the Berlin Wall was not just a momentous event for Germany, it was a turning point in world history. It signaled the collapse of the Iron Curtain and paved the way for the reunification of Germany. The reunification process was swift, culminating in the official merging of East and West Germany on October 3, 1990. The once divided nation embarked on a journey of healing and rebuilding, striving to overcome the economic and social disparities that had arisen during decades of separation. Today, fragments of the Berlin Wall stand as monuments to resilience and hope. They remind us of the power of unity and the triumph of the human spirit over division and oppression. The fall of the Berlin Wall remains a testament to the enduring desire for freedom and the belief that, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable barriers, change is possible. Join us as we continue our exploration of lost wonders, both man-made and natural, that no longer exist but whose legacies continue to shape our world. Chapter 3. The Architectural Marvel Penn Station, New York. Penn Station, once a crown jewel of New York City, was an architectural masterpiece that symbolized the grandeur and ambition of early 20th century America. Designed by the renowned architectural firm McKim, Mead & White, the original Pennsylvania station opened its doors in 1910. Its Beaux-Arts style, characterized by grand arches, expansive concourses, and intricate detailing, was a sight to behold. The station's main waiting room was inspired by the Roman baths of Caracalla, featuring a soaring ceiling and vast open spaces that dwarfed the passengers below. The use of natural light, filtering through massive skylights, created an ethereal atmosphere, making every journey feel like an event of monumental significance. Penn Station was not just a transit hub, it was a gateway to the city, a place where first impressions were made and dreams began. However, the mid-20th century brought significant changes. The rise of automobiles and air travel led to a decline in train passengers. By the 1950s, the station's maintenance costs became unsustainable. In a controversial and much protested decision, Penn Station was demolished in 1963 to make way for Madison Square Garden and a new, more utilitarian station beneath it. The loss of Penn Station sparked a public outcry and became a pivotal moment in the historic preservation movement in the United States. The demolition was seen as a tragic loss of architectural heritage, a cautionary tale that underscored the need to protect the country's historic landmarks. This event led to the establishment of the New York City Landmarks Preservation Commission, ensuring that future generations would not suffer the same loss. Today, the memory of the original Penn Station lives on through photographs, architectural drawings, and the stories of those who experienced its grandeur. While the physical structure is gone, its legacy continues to inspire efforts to preserve and honor the architectural wonders of our past. Join us as we delve deeper into the stories of lost wonders, exploring their historical significance and the impact of their absence on our world. Chapter 4. The Azure Window, Malta. The Azure Window, once a stunning natural limestone arch, was one of Malta's most iconic landmarks. Located on the island of Gozo, this breathtaking formation was a testament to the island's natural beauty, drawing tourists and photographers from around the world. The Azure Window was not just a geological marvel, it also held significant cultural and historical importance for the Maltese people. This natural arch became a popular filming location, making appearances in several high-profile productions. Most notably, it was featured in the first season of the hit television series Game of Thrones, where it served as the backdrop for the wedding of Daenerys Targaryen and Khal Drogo. The Azure Window's majestic presence added an air of grandeur to the scene, further cementing its place in popular culture. Beyond its appearances in media, the Azure Window was a beloved symbol for locals and visitors alike. The arch's unique shape and picturesque setting made it a favorite spot for sightseeing, swimming, and diving. Its sudden collapse during a powerful storm in 2017 was a heartbreaking event, not just for the Maltese community, but for all who had marveled at its beauty. The loss of the Azure Window serves as a poignant reminder of nature's unpredictability and the impermanence of even the most seemingly enduring wonders. While the arch may no longer stand, its legacy lives on through countless photographs, memories, and its enduring impact on popular culture. The pink and white terraces, often hailed as the eighth wonder of the natural world, were a mesmerizing natural phenomenon located on the shores of Lake Rotomahana in New Zealand. These stunning geothermal terraces were formed over thousands of years through the deposition of silica from hot springs, creating a cascading series of pools that glowed in shades of pink and white. The pink terraces, known as Te Otuka Puarangi, or the Fountain of the Clouded Sky, featured delicate blush hues, while the white terraces, called Tetarata, or the Tattooed Rock, dazzled with their pearly sheen. Visitors from around the globe flocked to witness these otherworldly formations, marveling at their intricate beauty and the warm, mineral-rich waters that filled the pools. However, this natural wonder was not destined to last. On June 10, 1886, the serene landscape was forever altered by the catastrophic eruption of Mount Tarawera. The violent explosion and subsequent pyroclastic flows devastated the surrounding area, burying the terraces beneath layers of volcanic ash and debris. The once vibrant and colorful terraces were lost to the depths of Lake Ratomahana, their beauty preserved only in the memories of those who had the privilege of witnessing them. The destruction of the pink and white terraces serves as a poignant reminder of the volatility of our planet and the fragility of its natural wonders. While they may no longer exist in their original form, their legacy endures through historical accounts, paintings, and the stories passed down through generations. As we reflect on the loss of these captivating terraces, we are reminded of the importance of cherishing and preserving the natural and cultural treasures that remain. Each wonder, whether still standing or lost to time, holds a unique place in the tapestry of our world's history. Palmyra, often referred to as the Bride of the Desert, was an ancient city in present-day Syria that stood as a beacon of cultural and architectural brilliance for nearly 2 millennia. Founded in the 1st century AD, Palmyra was a thriving center of trade, linking the Roman Empire with the Persian and Indian civilizations. Its strategic location along the Silk Road made it a melting pot of cultures, where Greek, Roman, and Persian influences converged. The city was renowned for its grand colonnades, intricate temples, and awe-inspiring monuments. Among these, the Temple of Bel stood out as a masterpiece of ancient architecture. This temple, dedicated to the Mesopotamian god Bel, showcased a blend of Greco-Roman and Eastern architectural styles, symbolizing the city's diverse heritage. Visitors would marvel at the towering columns, detailed carvings, and the sheer scale of the structures. However, Palmyra's splendor was not to last. In recent years, the city became a battleground during the Syrian conflict. In 2015, extremist groups deliberately destroyed significant parts of Palmyra, including the Temple of Bel and the Arch of Triumph. The world watched in horror as these irreplaceable pieces of history were reduced to rubble. The destruction of Palmyra was not just a loss for Syria, but for humanity as a whole. It was a stark reminder of the fragility of our cultural heritage and the devastating impact of war on our shared history. While efforts are being made to preserve what remains and possibly restore parts of the site, the scars left by the conflict are deep. Palmyra's story is a poignant example of how history, culture, and identity are intertwined. The ancient city may lie in ruins, but its legacy endures in the hearts and minds of those who remember its former glory. As we reflect on the loss of Palmyra, we are reminded of the importance of protecting our cultural treasures, so future generations can learn from and be inspired by them. Kowloon Walled City, once located in the heart of Hong Kong, was an urban anomaly that defied conventional city planning. At its peak, this densely packed enclave housed over 33,000 residents within just 6.4 acres, making it one of the most densely populated places on Earth. Originally a Chinese military fort, the walled city evolved into a lawless labyrinth of interconnected buildings, narrow alleyways, and makeshift structures. The city was a maze of high-rise buildings, some reaching up to 14 stories, constructed without the oversight of architects or engineers. Residents built upwards, creating a vertical cityscape that blocked out sunlight and fresh air. Despite the chaotic architecture, Kowloon Walled City was a thriving community with its own schools, shops, and even factories. Life within the walls was a blend of legal and illegal activities, from unlicensed dentistry to organized crime. The walled city's unique environment attracted photographers, filmmakers, and urban explorers, all fascinated by its dense, self-sustaining ecosystem. However, the lack of sanitation, poor living conditions, and safety concerns led to its demolition in the early 1990s. The Hong Kong government relocated the residents and began the arduous task of dismantling the maze-like structures. In 1994, Kowloon Walled City was replaced by Kowloon Walled City Park, a tranquil green space that stands in stark contrast to its chaotic predecessor. The park features traditional Chinese gardens, pavilions, and remnants of the original South Gate, preserving a piece of history amidst the modern cityscape. Kowloon Walled City remains an icon of urban resilience and adaptability, a testament to the human spirit's ability to thrive in even the most challenging environments. Its story continues to captivate the imagination, reminding us of the delicate balance between progress and preservation. The Crystal Palace, an architectural marvel of its time, stood as a symbol of innovation and progress in 19th-century London. Constructed in 1851 for the Great Exhibition, it was designed by Sir Joseph Paxton. This magnificent structure was made almost entirely of glass and iron, covering an impressive 990,000 square feet. It housed over 14,000 exhibitors from around the world, showcasing the achievements of the Industrial Revolution. The Crystal Palace wasn't just a building, it was a testament to human ingenuity and the spirit of the age. It featured the latest technological advancements, from steam engines to intricate machinery, and even the earliest forms of telecommunication. The design of the palace itself was revolutionary. Its prefabricated components allowed for rapid assembly and disassembly, a concept that was ahead of its time. However, the Crystal Palace's legacy extended beyond the Great Exhibition. After the exhibition, it was relocated to Sydenham Hill in South London, where it continued to serve as a cultural and educational hub. It hosted concerts, exhibitions, and even housed a school of art, science, and literature. The surrounding gardens featured fountains, sculptures, and a collection of life-sized dinosaur models, making it a beloved destination for Londoners and tourists alike. Tragically, on the night of November 30th, 1936, a devastating fire broke out, engulfing the entire structure. Despite the efforts of hundreds of firefighters, the blaze reduced the Crystal Palace to ruins. The cause of the fire remains a mystery to this day. The loss of the Crystal Palace marked the end of an era of Victorian grandeur and innovation. Its destruction was mourned by many, including Sir Winston Churchill, who remarked that it was the end of an age. Today, the site of the Crystal Palace is a public park, and the memory of this architectural wonder lives on. The legacy of the Crystal Palace is a reminder of the importance of progress, creativity, and the enduring impact of human achievement. Nestled in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, the Old Man of the Mountain was a natural rock formation that captured the hearts and imaginations of many. This iconic stone face, measuring 40 feet tall and 25 feet wide, was formed over millennia through a combination of geological forces, including glacial activity and erosion. The result was a striking profile that seemed almost human, perched high above Franconia Notch. First officially noted in 1805, the Old Man of the Mountain quickly became a symbol of New Hampshire, embodying the rugged beauty and enduring spirit of the state. It was so beloved that it was featured on New Hampshire's state quarter and license plates. The formation even inspired Nathaniel Hawthorne's short story, The Great Stone Face, adding to its cultural significance. Visitors from all over the country would travel to see this natural wonder, often feeling a deep connection to its stoic presence. The Old Man of the Mountain was more than just a rock formation, it was a cherished landmark and a source of state pride. Tragically, on May 3, 2003, the Old Man of the Mountain collapsed due to natural erosion. Despite efforts to preserve it with cables and epoxy, the inevitable forces of nature took their toll. The loss was felt deeply by the community and beyond, as people mourned the disappearance of this beloved symbol. Today, the memory of the Old Man of the Mountain is preserved through various commemorations, including a memorial plaza at Franconia Notch. While the formation itself may be gone, its legacy endures, reminding us of the impermanence of even the most seemingly steadfast wonders. As we reflect on the Old Man of the Mountain, we are reminded of the delicate balance between nature's beauty and its relentless change. This iconic profile may no longer watch over New Hampshire, but its spirit lives on in the hearts of those who cherished it. Nestled in the ancient city of Palmyra, Syria, the Temple of Bel stood as a monumental testament to the architectural and cultural prowess of ancient civilizations. Constructed in the 1st century AD, this grand temple was dedicated to Bel, the Mesopotamian god of the heavens, and became a focal point of religious life in Palmyra. Its architectural style was a unique blend of Greco-Roman and Near Eastern influences, showcasing columns, courtyards, and intricate carvings that drew admiration from visitors throughout history. For almost 2 millennia, the Temple of Bel withstood the test of time, witnessing the rise and fall of empires, and becoming a beacon for archaeologists and tourists alike. It was more than just a religious site, it was a symbol of the rich tapestry of human history and cultural exchange. The temple's significance was such that it was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognized for its outstanding universal value. However, the tranquility of this ancient marvel was shattered during the Syrian civil war. In 2015, the extremist group ISIS seized control of Palmyra, and what followed was a heartbreaking act of cultural vandalism. The Temple of Bel was systematically destroyed by explosives, reducing its majestic columns and intricate stonework to rubble. This deliberate act of destruction was not just an attack on stone and mortar, but on the shared heritage and history of humanity. The global community mourned the loss of the Temple of Bel, as it represented a chapter of human achievement that could never be rebuilt. Its destruction served as a grim reminder of the fragility of our cultural treasures and the devastating impact of conflict on our shared history. Despite its physical absence, the legacy of the Temple of Bel endures in photographs, historical records, and the collective memory of those who cherished its beauty and significance. As we reflect on the Temple of Bel, we are reminded of the importance of protecting and preserving our cultural heritage for future generations. The loss of this ancient wonder underscores the need for international cooperation and vigilance in safeguarding the monuments that tell the story of human civilization. While the Temple of Bel may no longer stand in Palmyra, its spirit lives on as a symbol of resilience and the enduring quest for knowledge and understanding. These places are now only memories, gone forever, but never forgotten. Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more fascinating stories from around the globe. This is SMK Entertainment. See you in the next video.